Hello everyone, I am SS, the showstopper, and today is the 17th of August 2023. And today I want to talk about the situation that is getting out of hand, the situation that is actually out of hand, and that's the situation between dancehall artist Spice and Rhythman RT Boss. And we are seeing where RT Boss is taking it further. He's constantly on the internet and he's talking about Spice and he's preaching death over and he's saying that he wants to be responsible for her demise and he's not going to stop until she dies. And he also speak candidly about the agreement or the deal that he and Spice had, that she would put him on in exchange for prosperity, in exchange for success and fame. He has also spoke candidly about holding down or preventing other artists to launch or to reach further in their career or excel. And he was the one who is responsible for that. And it was to put Spice out there. And what Spice had said, that she don't care because they don't like her, so he must go ahead and do whatever it is that he's doing. Please excuse the noise in the background. There's a construction that's going on. I have no control over it. I do apologize. It is out of hand. The situation is out of hand. It seems as if Spice has an itch that she's not able to scratch to get any relief because RT Boss don't seem to want to stop or is interested in stopping. No, I'm a person who, my grandmother, my maternal grandmother was a revivalist. I've been to revival church, you know, almost a member, not in its entirety, but I've been to revival church, and some of them have their limits in what they are doing, and some don't. Some goes further. No, based on my understanding, when it comes to spiritual work and root work or enchantment, when you're doing prosperity work for any individual, when you're doing a prosperity work or prosperity spell or prosperity bath, whatever it is that you choose, the aspect of that prosperity work that you choose to take on, it can cause the demise of people. It can affect those around you. You don't necessarily have to do something to a particular person. You can. But before I get there, let me explain this because I want things to intertwine and people to understand the depth of these things. Human beings, flesh exists in time, calculus, numbers. That's why we grow, that's why we age, that's why we withered, that's why we get sick, that's why we die. We exist in time, and it comes with an expiration date on the flesh. God or the universe, for people who are non-religious or don't like the terminology because it tends to have a lot of controversies around it, the universe exists where in eternity. It doesn't come with time. It exists in eternity. There's no time space from it. And energy exists in the universe. Human beings, once again, human beings exist in, human being existing in the flesh. We exist in the realm. We exist in the atmosphere of time, of calculus, of numbers. That's why we grow, that's why we age, that's why we get sick, that's why we wither, that's why we die. God or the universe exists eternally. There's no start, there's no beginning, there's no ending. And in that atmosphere is what? Energy that is around us. And it affects us as humans. Now, when you decide to do, I say that to say this, when you decide to do prosperity spell, prosperity ritual, prosperity bath, prosperity this and prosperity that for yourself, you are pulling energy that is not of this world onto yourself, because what you are doing is trying to control time. You don't realize it, but that's what you're actually doing. You are trying to control or try to manipulate time. So the energy around you will center around you moving or pivoting to where you would normally go at that speed or at that time. Now, others around you will be affected or can be affected. Their health will come into play. Death can also be a part of it. It can also affect who? You yourself, the person who is taking on that bath, that prosperity, that ritual. Let me say ritual because it is a ritual. The person who is taking it, it can also affect you. So you don't have to necessarily go out there and say, okay, I'm going to do that to that individual or that to that person. Once people exist around you, especially people who are going after the same goal or the same ambition or target, they can be affected gravely. That's why the very Bible says you do not consult enchanters, sorcerers, root workers, witches. You don't consult these people because of what they are known to do and what it causes on other people. There were times when this was a normal situation in ancient days. It was normal. And then the new covenant came, you understand me, for a man. But I'm not going to get into the biblical text of it. I'm just keeping it right where we are. So, by the looks of it, it seems that Spice and this man, and there's evidence to prove it because we have seen her in multiple videos, especially one in particular at Sting, where she was being interviewed and RT Boss was there, and other spaces also she was seen in the company, and he has also revealed text messages that prove that he was communicating, and voice notes that prove that he was communicating with Spice. I'm choosing my words carefully, but there's some truth to it that she was associated with this man. And whatever it is, whatever deal that they had, it seemed as if Spice reneged on her end of the bargain, and he's furious, he's angry, he's hurt, and he's unraveling on social media. Whatever it is that's inside him is actually coming out on social media right now. And people are looking at it, and it is very frightening. It is very scary because people are wondering, are the things he's saying true? Many people are calling on the name of God and rebuking him and rebuking that. But I say that to say this. You have to be careful of the deals that you are making with people. You have to be careful of the deals that you are making with people in any setting. Because if this was a matter, if this was another situation, Spice could have been held liable in court. But it is a spiritual work that she decided to make a deal with someone. I think that she should have stuck to the end of her bargain. It's just like in biblical times when the Pharisees approached Jesus with the silver or with the coin, and they asked him, you speak of God and stuff like that. And the governor is Caesar. Caesar is on the coin. Who should we give the coin to? Should we give it to God or should we give it to Caesar? And Jesus answered and said, you hypocrites, give to Caesar what is due to Caesar. Give to God what is due to God. So it's the same thing. If you decide to go to such place, an unholy place, and you decide to make a deal with such an individual, I think you should stick to the end of your bargain. Whether it be whether you like the deal that you made. It can't be that you're agreeing to something because of your own selfish benefit or whatever the case may be, and then you decide that, okay, when you reach out or where you want to go, okay, bye-bye, see ya. I no longer am interested in doing this. No, and I can't afford that to affect my brand. When he was the one, according to him, launch your career, I don't see you defending it. I don't see you disagreeing. I don't see you post up any video or anything like that to show your disdain or you're disagreeing with anything that he's saying or of indifference with it. You understand me? And based, like I said, on the voice note and text messages, it seems as if there's some truth to his argument that he was really the one that was helping you out throughout your career to launch it. You understand? So when you decide to do certain things and make certain deals and agreements with people for whatever reason, it's usually in your best interest to stick out to it. If you are deciding that you're going to hop out, I think by right or through respect, you should let them know that I'm no longer interested in doing this because it's not right for me or it doesn't represent my brand or whatever, and you guys solve your issues behind closed doors. For some strange reason, he wants to come out, and now Spice has this itch, this heavy weight on her body, like the movie Shutter, where the ghost was on the guy and he looked like he was around 170, but he's tipping the scale at 300 because the ghost was on his back, and he just couldn't seem to get rid of it. So it's the same thing that's coming out now. We have to be careful of the things that we decide to do because it comes around and it will affect us. You understand me? I speak on it because I know about spiritual work. I know about spiritual people. They're unholy. I know of the things that they do. You understand me? We have to be careful of what we're tapping into because it can affect people around us. And then you will say, okay, that person is wicked, that person is evil because of what they do. No, it can also be the agreement that you went into and what you chose to do to get from point A to point B in your life, in your career, in your success, whatever, in your goals, in your endeavor, and it starts to affect people around you without you even realizing. So, Spice, this situation is also a cautionary tale to other persons out there. I think that Spice need to find a holy place, for example, a church or something, and speak of it and confess. The Bible, very Bible says we should confess our sins one to another and speak of the glory of God. You understand me? I am not perfect and stuff like that. I am not, and I'm not professing my perfection to anyone. But I'm, as a person, I'm in the position where I can give advice. You understand? And so it's best that I give good advice because the truth does exist and we're hunting for the truth and we want this thing to go away and stuff like that. We don't hate the artist. We don't have ill intentions or ill will for Spice. And we don't like what is being said about her. You understand? We know the very Bible, as I said before, said, do not commit a witch to live because all witches make sacrifices. And most of the sacrifices, or all of the sacrifices, include killing, include murdering, include taking of a life. And the paramount, the peak one, usually include taking the life of a baby, of a life, a human life. So the Bible says, do not commit a witch to live. It's important that we advise and we speak the truth and let the truth be known. Despite if it was someone else and this thing came out about them, they would have condemned them, they would have blacklisted them and all these kind of things. You're still doing music, you're still hunting, you're still on Love and Hip Hop, you're still pushing your career. You were spared your life. I'm not saying that you're not praying, I'm not saying that you're not doing this, but I think that you should push more or probably you're not connected, you're not being connected. Because I was advised one time when I was praying and I wasn't getting my answers. Someone is saying that maybe I don't have a close relationship. I'm not connecting with God and I need to learn how to connect with God. And it was an entertainer, it was a dancehall artist, a recording artist that gave me the advice. And I started praying more and asking God to show me how to pray, to show me how to worship you, to show me how to pay homage to you, to Christ. And so I was learning as I go along, and I'm just saying this to Spice. Maybe you need to have a closer connection so you can get this heavy weight off your back. So we can find a way where you can go away and you can be at peace. Because a lot of things can happen around you, and you're wondering where it's coming from and stuff like that. RT Boss, your day is going to come also. You're not going to escape it. It hasn't come yet, but you're not going to escape it. You can't be doing these kind of things and then you are admitting and you're professing to wanting to tear down and to destroy and to commit murder and stuff like that, and saying that you won't be held liable or held responsible by law enforcement and stuff. You have to be careful of the things that you are saying and putting it out there. We all understand that people are hurt, and hurt people hurt people. Hurt people say hurt things, but you have to find help, seek counseling. You have to find help. Each person needs help. You understand? And who best to advise you than someone that has been from the place of hurt? If you are sick, who best to advise you than a medical doctor rather than maybe a taxi driver? If you need legal advice, who best to advise you? A litigator, an attorney at law, or a market vendor. You get what I'm saying? So a person who's coming from a place of hurt, I can also speak and let you know that you need help. Also, you need counseling. A lot of you on the internet do. And there's nothing wrong with being emotional. People are saying that people are way too emotional. We exist as human. Emotions are part of our magnetic field. You understand me? And our energy that's around us. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being emotional. However, we have misplaced emotions. Sometimes we're overly aggressive, being violent, being destructive at the mouth. You understand me? Negative emotions. That's what we speak of. Negative energy create negative emotions. You know, the same. So if you want to control it, you have to think positive. You have to think positive and move positive, so your emotions can be positive. So it's not about being too emotional or being emotional. There's nothing wrong with being emotional. We are human beings, and that's how we exist. We are not animals or low-class animals. Well, some people are. Not everybody walking upright is, but that's another story for another day. We are emotional people, and so we are going to speak emotionally at times. But we have misplaced emotions. We have we have misplaced emotions from time to time, and so this is the case of RT Boss. You have misplaced emotions, and you need help. And with getting help, it will show you how to go about things the right way, how to speak the right way, how to say positive things. The things that you are saying are very disrespectful, are very demeaning, and people are saying that you don't like women, you're bringing down women. You have to speak and speak wholesome and speak positive. You are getting a negative backlash. You will get it spice of a fan base. And if you're saying negative things, if I choose to say negative things about someone, anyone out there who have a heavy fan base, they are going to come at me. It's social media. So I have to mentally prepare myself for that. I can't be out there and saying that people are taking set on me and people are cussing me and people are provoke me because I said this. You are being disrespectful and you're getting back the energy and you don't like it. So what you might want to do is traverse carefully and be respectful to people. But obviously you can't generate that emotion or generate that energy on your own. So you need help and guidance with it. You need help and guidance with it. I think you have made your point. You have made your point. Okay, you are hurt. You don't like what Spice did. You are admitting to all of these things that this is what you have done. Unholy things. You have delved in evil activities because it's not good. Somebody didn't, Spice, according to you, didn't stick up to the end of her bargain. On behalf of Spice, we do apologize. You understand me? We do apologize, seek some help, move forward. Certain things, I just spoke about it yesterday, that certain things are stepping stones. Certain people are stepping stones towards greatness. If you, according to you, have helped this woman to get many hit songs and to launch her career out there, and she has not done anything for you, then you use it as a stepping stone and let it build you rather than, because what you're doing is tearing down your own self. There are some people out there who are juggernauts. They become a malevolent force. They can't, nobody can destroy them. So what you do, you end up becoming self-destructive, and that's what you are doing right now. You are destroying your own self. So if this lady had reneged on her promise, or you feel betrayed, you feel lied to, I know it hurts. A lot of us have been there where we are hoping and trusting in an individual to stick to their end of the bargain or to be loyal to us, and they decided to betray us, and we feel hurt, we feel sad. It can bring you down. That's why I said yesterday again in my video, the race is not, the Bible says the race is not for the swift, nor the battle for the strong, but those who can endure it until the end. So you have to find a way how you can endure this. You have to find a way how you can overcome. And I'm giving you methods. One of them is seeking help. Is seeking counseling. See someone that you can speak to that can teach you how to control your emotions, how to direct your emotions in places where it be wholesome and positive. Overcome. These are obstacles. What the situation between you and Spice is called an obstacle. And you have to find out how to overcome that obstacle so you can move on. I see you vying for a hit song and stuff like that. The energy that you're putting, that's why I'm telling you, misplaced emotion, misplaced energy. The energy that you're putting into Spice and putting into this. Yes, it's social media, and you're allowing social media to control you, because that energy should have been put into doing your music and getting it out there as an individual and as a recording artist, which you have spent a lot of money, but you haven't spent a lot of energy. You see, you can't trick this thing, We can't trick it, You can't trick energy, That we can't trick energy. You can trick money, you can trick people, but you cannot trick energy. We see where your mind is at. You are putting out music, but your mind is focusing still on the person that you wanted to put you out there to stick to their end of the bargain, and they didn't. And because of that, you are unraveling. So that's where your energy is focusing on. Take 50% of that energy and put in the music and see what happens. It's not just about money. If such was the case, I know guys out there that are very rich who are pursuing music for years. And today, to this day, they are very rich and they cannot achieve a hit song. So it's not just about money. It's not just about money. We exist in what? Time, the space of time, the space of calculus, the space of numerology. We exist in that. And so sometimes it's just not your time. So the energy that you're putting in there, You understand me? To be focusing on Spice and focusing on bringing down this woman and killing her and speaking of her son. Come on. The things that you're saying is demonic. It's demonic. It's unwholesome. It's evil. It's wickedness. But Spice, when you lie with dogs, you are going to you are going to wake up with fleas. You put it out there. That's the price you pay for what? Because the devil always gets its due. The devil always gets its due. You put that on yourself by wanting to win, by wanting to get there, by wanting to be at the top at all costs, by any means. And so you are paying a price for it now. You are paying a price. So like I said, I think when you get to a you get to a holy place and consult a counselor, a pastor, and let them know the situation, let them pray, you build a communication, you build a relationship, a closer relationship with God, then everything will fall right into place. Everything will fall right into place. There's a saying I learned years ago, never let life humble you. And that's something that we don't want. We don't want life to humble us because there's a mighty high price it comes with. So I hope that you people take this advice. I hope that you can send it to Spice. I'm not here to disrespect her or to belittle her. I'm just giving an advice, you understand me, of what I would want someone to give me if I saw someone on the internet going at me like that and saying that they're exposing me and stuff. You understand me? That's all I have to say on the topic. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. God bless you.